85 degrees, beautiful night for baseball in Birmingham. Glad to be back in Maple Country in the beautiful facility here in the Greg Sherman press box. We are the Prep. Thanks for having us. And we've got a dandy today. We've got the runner-up in the Catholic League Central Division, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, who's won 2 straight games, putting up 21 runs after a 4-game losing streak, so they've bounced back. Meanwhile, Seaholm, a 20-win season already, second in the OAA White, and they won the OAA White, of course, last year under John Toth in his 9th year, Nick DePonio in his first year for St. Mary's in his second stint. He took the Eaglets to the semifinals twice, to the finals twice in his first tenure as runners-up. Hello again, everybody. Chad Bush alongside Joey Yashinsky. Alex Mayer, your executive producer. Glad to have you for a good night, Joey. Good to have you back in the booth. An intriguing game upon us between the Maples and the Eaglets tonight in Birmingham.
Yeah, awesome matchup. I mean, these are the kind of games that high-quality teams like this want to get engaged in leading up to the state tournament. They want to play the best. They want to play good competition. You really want to be at your best coming into that tournament. And that's why games like this, maybe they're not conference games, maybe it's not a conference tournament game, but they're important and they can lead to big things down the road.
There you see the two managers getting together, Nick DePonio and John Toth. You pointed it out off air. Both these guys have a common bond between them.
Yeah, both coaches, both head coaches here tonight were Oakland Golden Grizzly baseball players. So interesting symmetry. They're kind of brothers as far as both wearing the bear, but obviously tonight oppositional and rivals here tonight. But afterwards, maybe they'd have a beer and talk about the great run that Oakland basketball went on this March.
Knowing both those fine gentlemen and leaders of young men, I think that could exactly be the recipe tonight. The home plate umpire is Rob Lackey. The base umpire is Adam Kronk. As you get a look inside the Maples gathering, led by the Kinney brothers, amongst others. Look, this is a Seaholm team that finished second in the OAA White to West Bloomfield, but they swept West Bloomfield. Seaholm's had their moments this year where they've really shined.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about finishing second to a high-quality program like the West Bloomfield Lakers, but they have that confidence knowing we played them 3 times, took them down 3 times. So, you know, this is a team that's obviously capable of big things.
All right, Joe and I are back for the start of this ball game. A power between the Central Division of the Catholic League against the OAA Whites. Back after this.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Degrees toasty today. This is game 4 on the Prep. We got another one rocking. It's the PSL softball championships down at Wayne State, and already in the books we did Detroit Western against Cass Tech for the PSL title. We're glad to have this cross-league battle here today. Let's meet the St. Mary's starting 9 under Nick DePonio in his first season but his second stint. Luke Crichton leads off, .333 for Crichton, the Indiana commit.
Parker Brustevich is a Notre Dame commit. He's 3 for 4 yesterday, a couple RBIs, 19 RBIs on the year. Hudson Brustevich is his younger brother. He's a sophomore shortstop, 27 RBIs to lead the team. He's also committed to Notre Dame. Aiden Donovan's committed to Michigan State. He's the DH today, 314 hitter, 25 runs driven in. He will not pitch today. That's what he's going to Michigan State to do, but he can hit as well. Will Boisenau is in the 5-hole. He'll bat in the 5 spot. He had a home run yesterday against Sterling Heights Stevenson. He's in right field. Ryan Summer is the first baseman. He will bat 6th. Bradley Hale's in center field, batting .327. He's batting 7th. Anthony Elezai will do the catching, and batting 9th is Andrew Treibel in left field, the sophomore. And this Eaglet lineup will be opposed by the right-handed pitcher, the Princeton commit, Nick Schenefeld. What should we know about Shenny?
Yeah, an interesting guy, because you talk to people around here at Seaholm and they refer to him obviously going to Princeton to just be a position player, maybe play the hot corner in the Ivy League, but his pitching numbers are gaudy. You know, he's 4-0. His ERA is about half a run. So obviously Princeton getting a very multi-talented athlete, and we'll see what he can do against a good St. Mary's lineup that, like you said, Chad, has been on the uptick lately.
They have 21 runs in their last 2 games. That came on the heels of a 4-game losing streak, though, and they appear to have put that behind him. Here's Luke Crichton, the Indiana commit, and a swing and a foul back. His brother Jack is playing on the reg in Clemson, just a sophomore. So, but they got their hands full today against Schenefeld, a .519 ERA. Righty on righty. Ground ball left side, scooped up cleanly. Wolfson's throw to first is perfection. And a hot shot handled just coolly against Luke.
Yeah, really nice play there by Wolfson. A pretty hard hit ball there by Crichton. Wolfson was plenty ready for it. Never easy when the first ball of the game comes right at you on a hot shot, but played it very nicely.
Even more impressive that Wolfson has learned to do that. He's learned third base. He's learned catcher. And a young man that's an all-stater in tennis as well. Here's Parker Brustevich, 3 for 4 yesterday, batting .337 on the year. Ground ball, base hit. Oh, no. Stabbed up the middle and no play. Boy, I'm seeing things up here. My depth perception's a little off.
You wound up being right. Just took another couple seconds.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
I promise my eyes were failing me. It is a hit. It did go off the glove of Colton Kinney, but I believe that's going to be scored a hit. We'll see. Here comes Hudson Brustevich. What do you think?
No, 2-3 games in a day, Chad. Multiple back-to-back days for you. I mean, we can forgive.
No doubt. So on to second goes Brustevich on the pass ball by Louis Sullivan.
Already, I had you with Kai McCurchin is pitching.
So Schenefeld, the right-hander, 6'1", 200 pounds, working against Hudson Brustevich, the Notre Dame commit, with his brother out there on second. Swinging a drive, right center field gap. That's going to get up the gap. Into score comes his older brother, Parker. It's the Notre Dame commit, Hudson Brustevich, cruising into second base with an RBI double and that left-handed golf swing to follow.
Boy, what a good-looking sophomore player. I mean, a guy that's hitting in the 3-hole for an esteemed program like St. Mary's. I mean, you generally don't come in as an underclassman and just park yourself in that 3 spot in the lineup at a place that's had the success that St. Mary's had, but obviously an athlete of Hudson Brustevich's caliber, he's right at home in that 3 spot.
Yes, sir. So 1-0 St. Mary's. They've had trouble scoring runs this year. This one's going to be a pop-out, and it's going to be handled by Kai McEachern, the first baseman. And so there's 2 outs now, and that'll bring up number 11, Will Boisenau, the right fielder.
We'll see what kind of power there might be to left tonight. 296 down the left field line, so ripe for some homers on a hot night.
Yeah, the wind's blowing a bit. Warm, humid air. Strike called, says the home plate umpire, Rob Lackey.
1-0 St. Mary's on the Hudson Brustevich RBI double, his 28th RBI of the year. That leads St. Mary's in ribbies. Eaglets trying to win 3 straight games. Line drive, right center field. That is trouble, and right up the gap again. Into score comes Hudson Brustevich. To second base goes Boisenau, who stays hot, and it's 2-0 Eaglets.
Big 2-out knock from Boisenau. Obviously, in a game like this with 2 close teams, close in talent, those 2-out knocks can a lot of times make the difference. And a big shot right into that right center field gap. Almost a replay, this one from the right side from Boisenau.
So, a couple of doubles and a base hit, and the Eaglets with 3 hits already against the Seaholm Maples.
Now batting number 8.
2 outs.
It's Ryan Summer.
So here's Ryan Summer, the first baseman. Swing and a miss. Fine job by the catcher, Louis Sullivan, to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, nice off-speed offering there from Schenefeld. Maybe wants to mix it up a little more. Maybe the St. Mary's hitter's catching up with his fastball early.
Head coach John Toth for Seaholm in his 9th year just raves about Schenefeld and what a great attitude he has, the leadership that he brings to the club. And look, this is the kind of guy you want out there who can handle adversity and a little friction early on in a game. One of 4 seniors that's 4-year senior players. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes. It'll be completed with a throw down. The side retired, but not before the Eaglets score a couple runs in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Here come the Maples on their home field here in beautiful Birmingham.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
So here is Zach Essig taking his warm-up tosses, but first the doubles. How about it? Hudson Brustevich to start, and then Boisenau with a gapper, couple of extra base hits, a couple of runs for the Eaglets in the first, who keep those hitting shoes on. 3 hits in the first and 2 runs. Nick DePonio in this offense, finally something to be excited about the last 2 games in 1 inning.
Yeah, and anytime that's kind of been a theme of the year where the offense, they've needed to jump-start it and wake it up. It always feels good in the top of the first to jump out to a multi-run lead, put up a crooked number. Obviously gives confidence to Zach Essig. He can go out there, maybe attack the strike zone a little more, knowing he's got a cushion early.
We also have a correction. We were told that Nick Schenefeld was going to start the game. He did not. It's Kai McEachern. So we're only as good as the information we get. So
you get the lineup during the day. We treat it like gospel, and then
yeah. Sometimes things change, though. It happens.
Yep.
Not mad at Coach. Popped up right center field. These players might be mad at me, though. Right center field, and the catch is made by Bradley Hale. So 1 up and 1 down. Here comes Grandin Kinney. 362 average, 24 runs driven in as we look back at the Essig pitch and the pop-out. What should we know about Essig and his body of work?
Yeah, I mean, kind of primarily been used out of the bullpen. Has made a couple of starts this year. And, he's had some nice numbers, 12 strikeouts to just 6 walks. So he's obviously attacking the strike zone, not giving away too many free passes. And anytime your ERA is under 2, you're doing something right. So a nice option at the back end that DePonio has.
Grandin Kinney what can you say about Grandin Kinney? He's going to Hope College, loves the game of football, adores the game of baseball, wanted to do both. You got to tip your cap. Not a lot of colleges will let anybody do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of time and dedication that it requires to do one sport, let alone two. So it goes to show you the level of athlete and commitment that he has.
If anybody can do it, Grandin can, I promise. Fly to right, that's handled easily by Will Boysenau. 2 up and 2 down, and here comes the alleged starting pitcher, Nick Schenefeld.
Yeah, Schenefeld's going to watch this back and think, what did I do? I'm not even out there. There's rockets going to the right center field gap. He wasn't responsible for it, but he was catching the heat in the first inning. He's going to have to let us know, hey, guys, lay off me. I didn't give up those 2 runs.
That's right. Leading hitter at the plate. 376 average, 19 runs driven in for the Princeton commit, Nick Schenefeld. Good lefty stick, a lot of pop in this bat. Good frame on him as well. And obviously a good head on his shoulders if he's headed to Princeton.
Yeah, I feel like you have to hit the books just as hard as you hit the field if you're going to go be a Division I athlete at one of the Ivy League schools.
Elite. That one's fouled away. Essig is just a sophomore. He's the 4th Essig to pitch for the Eaglets. He is the youngest of 4 brothers. His 2 older brothers are at Ashland, and his older brother is a senior on the team who's committed to Grand Valley. Pop-up, shortstop, third base. The brothers will fight over it, and it's the younger one that gets the ball. How about it? Sometimes those times change, don't they?
Sibling rivalry.
1, 2, 3, go the Maples. 2-0 Eaglets still. Let's go to the second.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus.
Hard work. Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
Got a boy.
1, 2, 3. Wings.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley score.
So here comes Bradley Hale, 7, 8, and 9 due up for Nick DePonio's Eaglets. Nick's a 98 grad of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. John Toth is from Cleveland and went to a nice private school there as well.
Excuse me, sir. What position center field?
Inside just missed. 2-0 Eaglets on 3 hits.
No, I'm saying.
I think this bottom part, Chad, will be indicative kind of going forward and into the state tournament, what type of performance St. Mary's have. We know that what they get from the Brusteviches and Aiden Donovan, but can they get production out of that bottom third? And I think that could be a big key for them going forward.
I think so as well. So Kai McEachern, as that one is looped foul past Nick DePonio. Nick played in the Italian Professional Baseball League. This is Bradley Hale batting .327. So Kai McEachern making appearance number 8 on the year. He's 4-0. This guy hasn't lost it this year. Some good numbers from Kai. He's got a .884 ERA. So, I mean, this is a guy that can obviously pitch. And 27 strikeouts on the year. That one is looped to left. That's down for a base hit. DeVos over to get it, and he boots it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Hale is speedy, trying for second. He'll stop there
but it's a base hit and an error, and a runner on second with nobody out here in the second.
The Eaglets really timing up McEachern early, and credit to Bradley Hale. Not only does he put a good swing on it, but hustles out of the box. I mean, that just looks like a single, but on the off chance that there is a misplay, give yourself a chance to get to second, possibly third. He was busting it the whole way.
31 2/3 innings tossed by Kai. It's the second most innings on the team. In fact, after this appearance today, he's likely to have the most appearances or most inning pitched on the team. The most is 32 1/3 by Grandin Kinney. And Kai is almost there. He'll need one more out. This is the Eaglets' number 8 hitter, Anthony Elezai, batting .220 on the year, 7 doubles out of his 13 hits. So this is a guy that has some gap power, and he's starting to come on as of late, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the first pitch of this at bat. He really smoked it for home run distance, obviously pretty far foul, but you can tell the pop that's in his bat if he can straighten it out.
Runner at third with nobody out. That's Bradley Hale. Kai McEachern wheels and deals. And
Elezai just kind of really needs to focus on putting bat on ball here. He's in an 0-2 hole, but man on third, nobody out. Seaholm more or less conceding the run with the middle infield back, so they're just trying to get an out here. Just don't want to strike out.
Swing and a miss. Kai with an off-speed number. That's the 12-6 curve. And that's strikeout number 1 and out number 1. And a big one for here for the Maples.
Yeah, well, this would be huge for McEachern, not only from a score standpoint, but just from a confidence. If he could somehow wiggle out, man on third, nobody out, he's a third of the way there with a big strikeout of Elezai.
So the infield's going to come in now, and it's Colton Kinney at first, Nick Schenefeld at second, Grandin Kinney at short, and Aiden Wolfson at third. It's a fleet-footed, well-fielded infield. Andrew Treibel, the batter, the sophomore.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how the philosophy of baseball and the strategy changes from one out to the next. So nobody out, middle infield back. We know anything's going to get a run in. We just don't want to get a crazy number this inning. But now that there's one out and he's still on third, maybe we'll try and get out of it and strand him there. So a little more aggressive now with one out.
Swinging a pop-up. This should be out number 2. Wolfson in to handle it, and he'll catch it in foul territory. So after the leadoff single, an advancement on a pass ball and an error, the Eaglets are in jeopardy of stranding their runner at third. Here's another look at this pitch. Credit Kai for this location.
Yeah, nice job by McEachern. He's really settled down, got the 8 and 9 hitters, but work cut out for him here with Luke Crichton.
Outside corner strike call. That's a well-located fastball. Kai McEachern, 82 to 84 with a fastball. A very calm right-hander. Guy that can start, close. Line drive, base hit, center field. Luke Crichton with a 2-out RBI single. And that's his 14th RBI of the year. And the Eaglets take a 3-0 lead here in the second inning.
Really nice at bat there from Luke Crichton on a breaking pitch that it looked like he was kind of out in front of, maybe a little off balance, but he just kind of threw the barrel at it, got enough to push it through the middle of the infield. And it's not always how hard you hit it in baseball. You just sometimes got to place it in the right spot. And nobody's going to give him a bigger high five after the inning than Elezai and Treibel. They couldn't get him in with less than 2 outs. That's what you do in baseball. You pick your teammate up.
It's a clutch hitter as well. Strike. He's going now against Parker Brustevich. Brustevich, you'll recall, scored one of the 2 runs for St. Mary's in the first after he singled. There goes the runner. Hit and run is on with 2 outs, and why not? You got a guy that runs well in Luke Crichton. You got a guy that swings a bat and is a contact hitter supreme in the Notre Dame commit Parker Brustevich.
Was he profile as an infielder at the college level, Chad?
Yeah, I think he's a corner infielder or a corner outfielder. That's a line shot to left. He's a walking hit is what he is. St. Mary's is pounding out hits right now. And they've got runners at first and second with 2 outs. Sixth hit already for St. Mary's. Here's another look.
Yeah, I really like Parker Brustevich's approach. He kind of owns the plate. He really stands on top of it. He forces you to try and work the outside part. If you come in, he's going to handle it. And just a very professional type hitter for a senior heading to play at Notre Dame.
That is a nasty pitch from Kai. He's got that 12-6 curve. He's got that slide piece. Got some versatility as well. Can start, can close. Good numbers last year, 4-0. He's 4-0 this year. This guy hasn't lost in 2 years. But he's behind the 8 ball now, down 3-0 to the Eaglets early with a lot of game left, a lot of chicken left on the bone.
A lot of game left and a big at-bat here against Hudson Brustevich. You get out 3-0, still very manageable, but something goes over the fence here, it looks a lot different.
We'll see how much they will challenge Hudson. 3-0. They flirted with it there. They do have Aiden Donovan in the on-deck circle. It doesn't get a ton easier, but he is a right-handed hitter, Joey, and you want to be careful here with Hudson, who on the year has 5 home runs. Right down Lincoln, and a strike called. Oh, what a good full day of baseball and softball here on the Prep. We've had a dandy of a day. Several of us started out at the PSL championships this morning. Cass Tech taking on Detroit Western. Western winning their 16th straight PSL title. So bases are now loaded.
It's a real dynasty. Talk about 16 straight of any kind of conference championship. And
no question. Juan Carlos Sanchez has been a part of 13 of them.
I'm batting number 7. It's Donovan.
Here's the Michigan State commit, Aiden Donovan, just recently activated on the mound. But he's been contributing with a bat just fine this year. .314 hitter with 25 runs driven in. Second on the team in runs driven in.
It's tricky. Obviously, McEachern, you don't want to walk in a run, but you don't want to just throw something right over the heart of the plate that Donovan could deposit.
Kai McEachern to the set. And he's behind now 2-0. Nowhere to put him. Crichton on third. Brustevich, Parker on second. Brustevich, Hudson on first.
Pretty good hitter's pitch here, 2-0.
Just fouled, whistled over the head of Nick DePonio. Down that Seaholm bench, third base line.
You know, maybe St. Mary's, maybe the offense just kind of warming up as the weather does. You know, sometimes it's tough to score runs in those March and early April games, and you get into May, finally the bats start talking a little bit.
Great job at home plate by Sullivan to save a run there. 3-1, nowhere to put him. Pressure for Kai. And his home field, what a beautiful facility this is at Seaholm. We haven't said that yet, but we love it here. It's very comfy. We're in an air-conditioned booth. Life is really good right now. It's not so good for others. We've got certain members complaining about their positioning, and I'm not going to call out who, but the guy that just showed you that replay might or might not be one of them. He's doing double duty on crew. He didn't get a lot of food earlier. Understandably cranky. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit to left field. Into score comes Crichton. Right behind him, Parker Brustevich, and it's 5-0 Eaglets here in the second inning as they pound out their 7th hit and their 5th run here in the second.
Yeah, big time at bat by Aiden Donovan. 3-0 goes to 5-0 with a key full count hit. McEachern was 1 strike away from getting out of it with just a 3-run deficit. Now 5 and potentially more, and we'll see about a potential change here.
John Toth is out. A move appears to be inevitable. We're back in a moment.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call.
So Boisenau, the batter, the conference is over. A change was not made. My bad. Runner at first is Donovan after that RBI, his 26th of the year that drove in Crichton and Brustevich. That will not be a throw that's made. That's a man that doesn't look like he's moving, but he ran a 4.55 up at Michigan State in front of their football team, and he can boogie.
Yeah, I think when he's healthy, I think he's one of the better athletes that you'll see out on a baseball field.
McEachern trying to get out of Dodge. He's got Will Boisenau to deal with here. Boisenau had a double earlier in this game.
I respect the old school approach of Boisenau, hearkening back to the days of guys like Mark Grace, no batting gloves. Moises Alou, just
love it,
letting the hands do the talking.
Foul tip into the glove, strike 3, inning over, but not before the Eaglets get 3 runs and have put together a 5-0 lead. We're back to Birmingham and Seaholm and the Maples right after this.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus.
Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect.
Integrity.
That a boy!
3, 1, 2, 3, wins.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Here's the starting 9 for the Seaholm Maples. Under 9th-year head coach John Toth out of Cleveland, Ohio. It's Jack Lewis to lead things off. 269 hitter, 14 runs scored for the speedy Lewis, who's battled some injuries this year. Grandon Kinney bats second. The shortstop, Nick Schenefeld, the pitcher, batting for himself. Colton Kinney, how about it? A team leading in RBIs with 26. Aiden Wolfson at third base. Louis Sullivan, the catcher. Logan DeVos in left field. And a ground ball to short. Throw across the diamond. 1 up and 1 down. And Kinney is out. So Colton's out. Here comes Aiden Wolfson as we take a look at that.
Yeah, really
last play.
Really nice left side of the infield defensively when you're talking about Parker and Hudson Brustevich. That's Hudson with that play. Both very accurate, strong arms, getting it over to Summer at first.
He wants the lineups back up?
Now batting Aiden Wolfson.
So here's Aiden Wolfson. Patrick Hughes will bat 8th. He's the DH, and he's DHing for Kai McEachern, and then batting 9th, Jack Kelly, right field. So Aiden Wolfson, all-state in doubles and tennis, and this is a real grinder, hard worker who's versatile, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're that level of a doubles player, obviously you kind of see the instincts and the reaction time that he has at third. That comes in handy as a doubles player in tennis. A lot of it is fast pace. I mean, a lot of volleying and things coming at you quickly.
He's had a great season, 364 average, 13 runs driven in. He's worked this to a 2-2 count as the leadoff man. Lefty on lefty. Essig yet to give up a hit in this game. The sophomore.
Yeah, obviously gives you quite a bit of confidence. First he goes out there with a 2-0 lead. Now he's been rewarded with a 5-0 lead. So it really allows you to just attack hitters, not allow any free passes, make them earn their way on with a bunch of hits if they want to cut into that deficit.
It's a 1.44 ERA for Essig. He's been stingy most of the year. He gave up the most he's given this year, ironically, his last outing. He worked on Friday and Saturday. On Saturday, 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2, didn't strike anybody out. You always want to get that ball again, like the next day. He gets a chance here, and now Seaholm gets a chance with their first base runner due to the walk. Anthony Elezai doing the catching, just celebrated his 17th birthday on Friday. We did the Eaglets game in Brighton, and they lost to Adams 5-0 in that game. And that was their 3rd loss in a row. They would go on and lose on Saturday in the game 1 against Heartland in the doubleheader, 10-1, before coming back and beating Heartland 11-1. Noah Drury is on graphics tonight. He's a Heartland grad. Of course, I'm a St. Mary's grad. So yeah, we battled it out. It was a split though. More runs were scored though, I think, for yeah. Wolfson on at first, 1 out. And here's Sullivan.
Yeah, Essig coming in with some breaking stuff here. You obviously just want to make sure you attack. You got that 5-run lead. Nice at bat by Wolfson to draw a walk, and gone full here against Sullivan.
Sullivan, a guy who's had a bust-out year, batting .306, and he draws a walk here. So Essig walks 2 to start, well, a 2 of the 3 in this inning, and now he'll have to deal with Logan DeVos, the left fielder.
Yeah, good patient approach by the Maples. You know, sometimes you're down 5, you're down big runs. The tendency can be to kind of go for it all, get it back in one swing, but you need base runners. So a couple of good at-bats. Now you got an opportunity to put up a couple runs with a gapper or a home run.
Spencer Werner will come on to pinch run for the Maples. And he's in for Louis Sullivan at first. It's Wolfson at second, and pitching coach Pat Mish pops out of that dugout and wants to talk to Essig immediately after he's thrown, 9 straight balls?
Yeah, kind of losing his slot a little bit. Looked sharp in the first inning and got a quick ground out to start the second, but 2 straight free passes with a 5-run lead. You can't have it, and obviously starting out 1-0 here, and a lot of these misses haven't really been close. So I think that's what Mish is probably just telling him, let's settle down. Let's throw it. Let's throw a strike here on the next pitch. Let's make these guys earn their way on.
That's the pitching coach, Pat Mish. Nick DePonio, the head coach. Dominic Carmosino, one of the assistants. Theo Piccarelli, a holdover from Matt Petrie's staff. The only holdover is there. He's a 2010 grad of St. Mary's. And Peter Varon rounds out the assistants for St. Mary's. 2 runners on, strike called. That's the Essig changeup that floats over for a strike. Logan DeVos. He's going to Albion College. He will be a Briton next year. Fine MIAA institution. Yeah, the Scots are in that league too. Ground ball down the line, diving play at third, throw to first, not in time. Ball gets away from Summer, but how about Parker Brustevich and the diving play? He did not record the out at third, or did he?
Got the out at third.
He did. Runner advanced to third after the throw. Okay.
How about this play?
Boy, that looked like it was extra bases right off the bat, right down the line, but kind of playing in the right spot, playing for no doubles, and a beautiful diving stop. And if he gets a scoop from Summer, which it was difficult, it would have been really a sterling double play, but an excellent effort, really game-changing play. You're talking about potentially a 2-run double. Kept it on the infield to get an out. Now Essig's 1 pitch away from getting out of here.
Yes, sir. Hard hit ball by Logan DeVos. And a fine play by Parker. So here is Patrick Hughes. This is a kid. It was called up from JV. And 1 for 5 in his varsity career. He's in a big spot here with 2 outs and runners at the corners against Zach Essig. Strike 3 called. Out on strikes, the K a backward style. They strand a couple. 5-0 Eaglets as we go to the 3rd.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark.
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores.
Well, the Seaholm Maples, they'll have a new pitcher, Emin Kernan. We'll tell you about him in a moment. But how about the Maples? 20-7. They won the OAA White last year district title. They knocked off Brother Rice. You might recall Chris McQuiston, a 98 grad, played at Michigan State, had a fine career up there, 309 career average, and he's the co-founder and CEO of Goldfish Swim School. Big things out of the Maples and their baseball program. And they've got a new pitcher on the mound, and it is the Ithaca College in New York commit, Emin Kernan. He's a big fella. He's 6'5", 250, and the beefy right-hander in to stop the bleeding. The Eaglets have 5 runs, Joey, over 2 innings, and we'll see what this young man has to offer.
Yeah, and really that inning illustrated the two-way ability of the Brstevich brothers, not only the thunder that they bring on offense, but just a magnificent play by Parker, the senior at third base. Not only a diving stop, but the wherewithal to know the situation, gets up, touches third, strong throw across the diamond, a little bit of a one-hopper, but just great baseball awareness and obviously great baseball talent as well to be able to snag that hard-hit ball down the line.
You bet. The Maples are coming off a win back on last Wednesday against Detroit Country Day. They knocked them off 3-2. They lost a couple games as well, 1 to Country Day, 1 to Clarkston last week. That was after the sweep of West Bloomfield, which was super impressive and maybe the biggest statement so far this team has made. The split against Novi was good too, 2-0 win here and a 4-3 loss. But that really stands out as a statement against the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, to beat a team like the Lakers 3 times with a slew of, Division I pitching prospects, guys heading to Michigan. So, it gives Toth's team the confidence and the knowledge that they can go out and beat anybody. They're a team that could make noise in the state tournament. They've run into an offense here tonight in St. Mary's that's getting hot at the right time.
Yep. Outside to Ryan Summer, headed to Taylor University. So many college players at so many levels. Division I, Division II, Division III, NAI. It's such a great thing that these kids get to live their dream and continue to play baseball and go to school. Outside, And it's now a full count. This is the big right-hander, Eamon Kernan. Eamon is spelled E-A-M-O-N-N. Eamon. Strike 3 called. Eamon comes in and gets a K. And a fine showing for the big fella.
Yeah, nice start for Kernan. It's exactly what he wants. I thought a pretty good eye there from Summer. We'll see what that pitch looked like. Maybe just a pinch outside, but with 2 strikes, obviously got to amp up the aggressiveness a little bit. So big first out.
Here's Bradley Hale. Looks like Eamon, he didn't get the scouting report, but a big guy that throws a lot of junk.
Yeah, kind of comes at you with a little bit of a funky angle, and obviously used to coming in relief just straight from the stretch, no windup.
And I mean junk respectively.
Yeah.
Like a junk ball or a thumber.
That's a complimentary term in baseball.
Yeah, and you look at him and you're like, wow, this big guy, but he's throwing all kinds of different angles. And
yeah, just because you're a bigger dude on the mound doesn't always equate to, hard throwing. Remember Sid Fernandez, number 50 for the Mets, a little bit of craft to his arsenal.
Sure. Josh Colementor, the Diamondbacks in Central Michigan.
Sid Fernandez famously wore number 50 because he was from Hawaii. I believe that was the 50th state in our country. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Eamon is 2-1 on the year. This is popped up foul and out of play. Bradley Hale, the batter, the senior, against the senior right-hander Eamon Kernan. Headed to Ithaca College, upstate New York. Fine institution.
I believe the college that was featured in the movie Road Trip.
Is that right?
Classic comedy with.
Is that Timmy? Timmy and the Pancakes?
What is
that? That's a different one.
I don't know what you're. Timmy and the Pan. I'm trying to think.
It's probably the wrong movie.
It's Tom Green. It's Breckenmeyer. And okay, I don't know. Timmy and the Pancakes. I've seen that movie.
They take the pancakes in the back.
Okay, French toast with Horatio Sands. Okay, now the waiter. Yeah.
French toast.
All right.
My bad.
And Timmy threw me off.
Same church, wrong pew. I'm sorry. Inside it hit him. Bradley Hale got it in the hands. And the Eaglets now have had a base runner in every inning.
Our application to be the next Sisco and Ebert is on hold, I think, for the moment.
Number 3 next.
You're holding out on me?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I think we just need to
find
regroup.
Each other.
Yeah,
I think we need to find each other. So that's a hit by pitch by Hale, the senior. So Eamon Kernan got the first guy out he faced in Summer, and now he'll have to deal with Anthony Elezai, who skies it high and deep to left, down the line, and caught in front of the 296. Ranging over was Luke DeVos, Logan DeVos, and a great catch against the wall for out number 2.
Yeah, that 296 down there, it really makes, what seemed like relatively well-hit fly balls seem like potential 4-baggers. That's what happened there, but nice focus by DeVos, understanding where the warning track was, not getting freaked out by the wall, making a nice play.
There goes the runner, the throw down by Sullivan, and it is in time. The tag by Kinney and the bullet throw by Sullivan, and out is Bradley to end the inning. Eaglets don't score. Here come the Maples to cut into the 5-run deficit. Look at this throw in tag.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
The Eaglets of Orchard Lake, now 19-12. Division I, 826 students, co-divisional. They've got boys and girls, but they're divided. The Eaglets just had their first graduating class of both boys and girls together, yet separate, and quite a historic moment. That was back 2 days ago. 7 state titles to their credit for the Eaglets, 2-time national champions in 2021 and 2022. Alex Mooney, one of their best. 2021 Mr. Baseball, went to Duke, drafted in the 7th round last year by Cleveland, and he's doing good things for the Lake County Captains out of Cleveland, Ohio. High A ball, batting .311 right now with 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. On his way to Double-A and the Akron Rubber Ducks soon enough. Here comes Kelly, the batter, and it's a first pitch fastball by Essig Zach. Strike called by Rob Lackey.
I'm sure Pat Mish kind of letting Essig know, let's attack the strike zone. Good approach there.
Base hit past Brustevich. A base hit for Kelly. The 9-hitter starts the party in Birmingham on a Tuesday night with a base hit.
Yeah, the Maples need kind of a shot of momentum. Maybe they got it on the defensive side with that bullet from Sullivan to nail the base stealer. And now Kelly picking up on the offensive end, getting a little rally going for Seaholm.
So from one Jack to another, this is Jack Lewis, 269 hitter, 14 runs scored. Guy that can really run well. Going to Indiana. Not going to play baseball there, but a great academic performer is Lewis, and he's going to have some fun in Bloomington. Going to school down there at one of the Big Ten's best. Line drive, left field wide.
Yeah, if you potentially get the first 2 on here ahead of the Kinney brothers and Nick Schenefeld, you really have something going. So kind of a key at bat here for Jack Lewis, trying to fight out of a 1-2 count.
Inside it, nipped him. That's a hit by pitch. Essig has given up back-to-back base runners to start the 3rd for Seaholm. And now it's Grandin Kinney to the plate, licking his chops with nobody out.
Yeah, that 1-2 breaker just kind of got away from him. Obviously not what he was looking to do, and just nipped him on the inside of the shirt there, and he's in a little bit of trouble now.
So Grandin Kinney drives one deep to right, over in the corners, Boysenau. He'll make the catch. Kelly was tardy to tag, and he doesn't advance. And that's a ball that you'd like to see him get to 3rd on, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, once you kind of get a feel for where that ball was going, didn't really look to be any kind of threat to be a hit. Kind of a regular fly ball to right. The awareness as a base runner, you kind of get back and you advance. But at the same time, you're down 5 here. That run obviously matters, but you don't want to get too crazy on the bases. You really need a big number.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Toth kind of wanted him at 3rd there, but you're going to need some extra base hits here to really get things going.
Here's the 3-hitter Schenefeld. Leads this team with a .376 average. 19 runs driven in. This is the heart of the order that's given the OAA rivals headaches, including your North Farmington Raiders, who the Seaholm team played earlier this year. Inside fastball misses. 2-1 hitters count for the Princeton commit, Nick Schenefeld. All Eaglets early, 5-0 in this 7-inning tilt between these two rivals. Strike called. Rivals that really haven't played each other often over the years, but this makes sense. A couple of Oakland County, Oakland County teams that are talented and could see each other down the line.
Yeah, I think this is sort of an interesting little scheduling pocket. You know, you could potentially take on some teams that are a little bit lower on the totem pole, get your confidence up. But I think these coaches say, let's play a good team. Let's keep our competition level up heading into the state tournament.
Seaholm last year was in the district with Brother Rice, and they beat Rice. This year, they're not in the same district as Brother Rice. West Bloomfield is. Ground ball sharply to second. Luke Crichton with it. Second for one. Relay to first. Not in time, and it's away from Summer. And in to score the game's first run is Ryan Kelly. It's Jack Kelly. So it's one run in, Jack Kelly for Seaholm, and it's 5-1 now, OLSM.
Yeah, the Maples kind of needed a break. To be honest, probably not hit hard enough, especially with a lefty in the box. Crichton, when he looks back on it, is maybe going to think, probably just take that force at second, run the ball in, keep an eye on the base runner. Probably not a throw that really needed to be made.
Big cut from Colton Kinney, the most recent Western Michigan commit. 6'2", 220. What can you say about Colton? Line shot, right center field, base hit. Down in front of Boisenau. Schenefeld headed to third. Not in time. And the hits keep a-coming for Colton Kinney. Another hit for the leading RBI getter on this club.
Yeah, probably the hardest hit ball of the night so far for Seaholm. So finally starting to get to Essig a little bit. Big two-out hit, good base running by Schenefeld to get to third. And this was all kind of started by the hustle of Schenefeld on that ground ball to second. He busted as hard as he could to get to first, made sure he didn't get doubled up on that, and it led to a run and potentially a couple more with another big knock here.
So the Maples have gotten to Zach Essig here in the home half of the third and looking for more. Wolfson. And a fine stop by Anthony Elezai, the backstop, who's been so solid this year with his footwork and his pop time and keeping balls in front of him like that, saving runs.
Yeah, I mean, anytime a pitcher's throwing breaking balls in this spot with a man on third and 2 outs, it goes to show you the confidence he has in his catcher.
Inside. Kinney at first. After the line shot, base hit, second hit of the game for Seaholm, but now the bases are loaded. It'll set the table for the senior Louis Sullivan, the catcher, and that Eaglet dugout stirring a little bit.
Yeah, you saw Essig after that 4-pitch walk, he kind of motioned over to the bench. I wasn't sure if he was letting them know, I got this is me, or might need a little bit of a reprieve.
So Pat Mish will bring in the infield, and they got Anthony Pacey, the Alabama commit, down in the pen area getting loose. He could be active for this game. But this is a long discussion. Look, this is what the Maples do. They put some pressure on you. A lot of these kids have played together. They've played together in Little League, and a lot of unity when you have a neighborhood team. Something to be said for a school like Seaholm, where a group and cluster of these kids have been together forever.
Yeah, it's not like it's this thing where, take a look at the picture here. Look at these guys together from age 6 through high school seniors, right? I mean, pretty amazing.
Very cool. Birmingham Little League, there you see Nick Schenefeld, Kyle Robbins, Jack Lewis, Colton, Grandin, of course the twins. And appreciate these photos courtesy of Brian Kinney. 2018 Little League champs. Can you imagine how many games they've won?
These guys have logged a lot of innings together, I'll tell you that.
Lewis and Kinney and Sullivan, Schenefeld, both Kinneys. I mean, pretty cool thing. Pitch is inside on the inside quadrant for a called strike.
Bottom inside quadrant. Yeah, I think Sullivan, as the opposing catcher, probably can't do too much squawking, but I don't think he loved the call.
No, sir. Quickly ahead is Essig after the meeting by the former big leaguer Pat Mish. The St. Mary's pitching coach came out, and he had some firm words, and it sounds like Zach was listening.
It shows you how important that first pitch strike is to an at-bat. It changes the whole complexion of the at-bat. Now one foul ball, suddenly he's in a very difficult 0-2 spot. So a lot of times a whole at bat can hinder on what the result of that first pitch is.
Louis Sullivan looking to add to his RBI tally, a plus 300 hitter on the year, a wide receiver on the football team, a handful of touchdown catches in a Veer offense. Pop up right side should get the Eaglets out of the inning. Luke Crichton over, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So Seaholm gets one back, but they leave him loaded. We go the top of the fourth in beautiful Birmingham, the Big B, and it's bopping on a Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. We're the Prep.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
John Toth out of Cleveland, Ohio, family guy. And yes, Johnny George the third, 5-year-old Ellis Fitzgerald, Josephine Pippa, just 4 months young. Congratulations to the Toths. Hey, this guy's got quite a resume to him. Almost 160 wins now with the Maples. He was at Waterford Mott for a year. He was at the old Losser for a couple years, but he's really found a home here at Seaholm. And they've won, and they played the game the right way. They play with neighborhood kids, and it's really been an impressive 9 years at the helm for John Toth. He also runs a mortgage brokerage, so look him up. Former Oakland University baseball player from 06 to 09, and went to Padua Franciscan High School in the suburbs of Cleveland, 2005 grad. Couple OAA championships, including last year for John Toth and the OAA White.
Yeah, kind of refreshing to see a team made up of homegrown, hometown guys, just based on kind of the way that the college landscape has changed, even high school in certain aspects where guys are coming from all directions to join forces. Now here are these guys. They basically all grew up in the same neighborhood.
Toth getting that rock in his hands. A lot of former players, just they have to have a ball in their hands. I was one of those guys too, even though I was never a coach. Always a ball in your hand, and it just doesn't feel like you can think right.
There are broadcasters that do the same. I think Rex Hudler for the Angels for a long time.
Is that right?
Always has to have a ball in his hands. It just helps him think.
Drew Tribal rips one to right. It's down for a hit. The throw to first is not in time, but that was impressive. Look at the gun from Kelly and the speed from Jack to make it a play at first with Colton Kinney. Base hit for Tribal.
Great effort all the way around. Great swing by Tribal and an excellent play by the right field. Even get a little bit of a stretch towards the outfield. Very close play. Not a putout you see often, 9-3, but every once in a while, if a guy's not hustling, you can get him.
The irony is that Tribal can really run. There's a foul back to the home plate, and the catcher, Sullivan, is rattled a bit. And the home plate umpire, Rob Lackey, says, let's give him a blow, fellas. Wearing those shades. Rob Lackey's a cool cat. Adam Kronk is is fielding umpire. Tribal a threat to run. He's aboard with a 4-run lead. Here's Luke Crichton. Swing and a miss from the future Hoosier Crichton played basketball last year. He was on varsity as a freshman, and he sacrificed playing this year to get better at baseball. He already was a Division I commit, so it wasn't like he was working for, he's already locked in. But, he dedicated that, and St. Mary's won the state title this past year. And so you feel bad for a guy like that that's dedicated. He missed out on that, but it shows the sacrifice. Loves both sports. I just thought it was an impressive move, and you kind of feel for a guy who would have been on the team and played. His father, Brad, is one of the assistants on the varsity boys team, and he's the head coach on the girls varsity team. And Luke has a younger sister, Allie Crichton, who's a freshman all-stater in basketball. So very athletic family. Tribal on at first. Crichton already a hit in this game. And he fists one foul as Colton gives a courtesy chase into the Eaglets dugout. Both teams with black jerseys tonight. What's up with that?
You really got to keep paying attention to whether you're in the top half or the bottom half. Somehow there wasn't the right communication between the ADs. Someone saying, you wearing dark, you wearing white. These guys are all basically wearing the same uniform out here, Chad.
By the way, I'm not just recognizing that.
No, we talked about it pregame. No,
I know they both.
It's been a long day for you, but you're a little bit noticing more than that.
Yeah, I'm a bit famished, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
JV had white on white.
The JV did, yes, you're right. The JVs played before, and I believe the final score was 5-1. 5-1 St. Mary's won. Thank you, Pat the Stat.
No, to the untrained eye, these uniforms look eerily similar. So.
Crichton hanging tough. 5-1 Eaglets in the lead. They got 2 in the first. They got 3 in the second. And they're hunting for more in the fourth. There you see Colton Kinney holding on with Tribal. He is a threat to run, and look, they know that. They also know there's a 6'5", 250-pound pitcher on the mound. It takes a lot once you get that weight moving forward.
Yeah.
Line shot, left field, base hit. Crichton has his second knock of the day, and the future Hoosier just keeps on hitting.
Yeah, kind of the same thing as the first at bat. A little bit out in front on what looked to be another breaking ball, but Crichton just has such good bat-to-ball skills that even on pitches where his balance isn't entirely there, he's still able to put a good swing on it. He's able to loop two base hits through today on balls that weren't super hard hit, but just a great hitter, a great athlete, like you said, showed his commitment to the craft and the sport by taking himself off the basketball court and just saying, I want to be as good as I can be at baseball. I could have fun playing basketball for 4 or 5 months, but that's a lot of time I could devote to baseball, and you respect that type of commitment.
More success for him as this Eaglet team continues to hit. Again, it's been a problem all year. Offense, a real problem for the Eaglets. And Nick DePonio has a lot of pride. I mean, he's an offensive guy. He says, look, if we're going to do something, if we're going to do one thing, we're going to hit. All right, we're going to hit here. And look, I mean, there's a drive to left, hit hard, hit right at Logan DeVos. Scampering back to second is Tribal. It's allowed out by Parker Brustevich, and it's the first out of the inning.
And really watching St. Mary's of late, at least last couple games and the first few innings against a good opponent here in Seaholm, you really wouldn't know that this was a team that's had those struggles offensively throughout the year, but maybe the temperature starts clipping up into the 80s and the offense coming to life. So I'm sure DePonio would be fine with that if the offense finally hit its stride at the most important time.
Crichton on at first, Tribal at second, and this is the left-handed hitting Hudson Brustevich. He had a double in the gap in the Eaglets' two-run first inning. This is the right-hander Emin Kernan, the senior, and a bit of a jam here. It's good speed on the base paths, and nobody checking Tribal at second. This has got double steal written all over it. With the kind of speed you've got up and the kind of bat you've got up, we'll see what Nick DePonio has in store here. They're not running. It's foul tipped into the glove, and a fine off-speed pitch that time by Emin Kernan. Really fine changeup.
Yeah, Kernan's done a nice job of settling down this offense that was really firing on all cylinders against McEachern, and just kind of attacking the strike zone, getting ahead in counts, and then making them hit his tough breaking stuff.
Line shot, center field base hit. Second hit of the day for Hudson Brustevich. Rounding third, headed home is Drew Tribal. The throw from the cutoff is not in time. 6-1 now, St. Mary's on the RBI single by the sophomore and Notre Dame commit, Hudson Brustevich.
Such a confident hitter. I mean, down 0-2 and just doesn't faze him at all. Some hitters might be taken out of their game a little bit facing such a difficult count, but Hudson Brustevich, even as just a sophomore, just skilled and wise beyond his years, puts that ball into center field. Now you're looking at 6-1, still with a couple on, so the pressure really being put on here by the Eaglets.
Aiden Donovan, the batter, and that's inside.
Yeah, I think we saw this inning, that at bat by Tribal, getting on base, base hit to right. I think you see how dangerous the Eaglets can be if they get those types of at-bats from guys like Elezi and Tribal, and now all of a sudden, this isn't just a 1 through 6 lineup, it's 1 through 9.
Yeah, that's really been the biggest trouble throughout the year, is getting that offensive balance. I know a lot of teams struggle with it, but look, St. Mary's isn't used to struggling, having the offense the way they've had it.
Yeah, when you win 85 in a row, I don't think struggle is part of the dictionary for a few years.
Yeah, that's right. There go the runners. There's the double steal, and there's a base hit. And somehow Luke Crichton danced around it. No, he didn't. They're going to say that hit Luke Crichton. So Donovan hits a bullet past Wolfson, but it's at the shoe of Crichton, who's out. Base runner interference. That's the second out of the inning. And, hey, that's just misfortune for Crichton there.
I thought the same as you, Che. I thought he did the Barishnikov. I thought he got out of the way of that ball, but no argument from DePonio or the base runner, so must have clipped him.
Here's a look at it. That's a really nice shot. It did, right on the right side. That's Devin Schweitzer with a look from the third base. That's a good one. First and second with 2 outs. That one's popped up, and Sullivan won't have a chance.
Everything really had to just be in place for that to happen there. Not only was it super hard hit to where he couldn't get out of the way, but also running on the pitch to put him in that position where he was right in that 5-6 hole.
So here is Kernan working against Boysenau. Boysenau with a double. There goes the double steal again. Ground ball up the middle, handled by Kinney. Throw to first in time, ranging far to his left, showing off that range. Eaglets get a run. It could have been worse. Some loud swings, and St. Mary's in control in the middle of this game.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Oh, yeah, since 1946, award-winning pizza, dough and sauce made fresh daily, and the finest meats and freshest vegetables, Detroit's finest. Shields, we had a great trio of pizzas. We got Pat salad. The pepperoncinis were just right. The ranch hit hard with the pizza. I mean, we've got all kinds of joy coming from Shields. Go get them. They're in Troy on Big Beaver. And right down the road from the Stevens Complex, Paul Andoni, proud supporter of Birmingham, Seaholm, and Brother Rice. I know that you're not allowed to say that around here, but hey, look, Paul's an alum and a proud alum. But go find him in Southfield, in Troy, and in Detroit on Woodward, on Telegraph and Southfield. Some of the best pizza around. And Joey, I know you're a big pizza guy. What did you get down with today?
Yeah, I think what do you got? Generally, you come with a variety. You got some vegetable slices and maybe a little hard on the vegetables, if I'm being honest. You can maybe just kind of classic it up a little bit. But,
well, now listen. Now, Paul's a creative.
Yeah, so he's kind of put him in charge. Yeah.
So Paul likes to get some creativity in the flow of the toppings. There's a lot of science behind it.
That's beyond my understanding.
It is, and beyond mine, too. Yeah. But there's a science to it, and it just all hits right. There's a ground out on the first play. Here's another look.
A nice effort here from Brustevich.
Next up the bat is going to be Hughes.
So DeVos is out. Here comes the sophomore Patrick Hughes, the DH today, just his 7th plate appearance in a varsity uniform. Part of the future here. Anthony Elezai, and what a crowd we have here today. Oh, look at that. Oh, I think that's Mr. Robbins. Isn't that Mr. Robbins?
Kyle Robbins' father?
Yeah. That's a good toss. Look at that. Look at all the kids having fun, parents as well.
Big crowd.
Huge crowd. Look at this thing. Swinging a fly ball, shortstop. Huddy's back on it, makes the catch. 2 are out.
Hughes flies out to Hudson.
And we've got a new pitcher on the mound. They kept it in the family at least. It's Grant Essig, the right-hander. These are brothers. Grant, a senior committed to Grand Valley. And look, Joey, this is a guy that we've seen this year. Very effective right-handed pitcher, much different than his brother, but gets it done, and GVSU has signed him up.
Yeah, and always a tough thing when one brother comes from one side, the other from the right side, so they bring the lefty and the righty at you, and pretty wicked breaking stuff coming from Grant Essig, really. Obviously can throw it hard, dial it up into the 80s, but big-time breaking stuff that looks almost unhittable when he can get it into the strike zone.
Swing and a foul tip into the glove.
He was used to that. Was a Catholic League strikeout. Essig was strolling off the mound. We always notice that once they get back into this 4-3, he was halfway home.
Yeah, 5'8", 160 righty, and that one's just high to Kelly. Jack Kelly, who has a base hit in this game, he ignited. Start of an inning. Strike 3. Essig shuts it down in order. That's Grant Essig, the senior. We go to the top of the 5th. Eaglets in control, +5.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Well, our new top 10, it was released on Saturday. Brother Rice still number 1. And number 2 is Northville. Northville was beaten by Brother Rice decisively on Saturday in a doubleheader in a sweep. Dakota, 19 wins in a row for Angelo Pluff's squad, and they've bumped up to number 3. Catholic Central is 4th. Looking at some of the records of these Central Division CHSL teams, you got to be careful. CC's one of them. How about the Maples, who check in at number 5? West Bloomfield, who the Maples beat 3 straight, checks in at 6. Sterling Heights Stevenson, who the Eaglets beat on Monday, 7th. St. Mary's, 8th. And you see the top 10 in our rankings. All right, this is the left-handed hitting Ryan Summer. Allen Park is 9th, and 10th is Novi. There's a shot down the line. That's extra bases. Ryan Summer, the senior, with a lead-off double to start things for St. Mary's in the 5th. And a little dipsy-do on second after the base knock.
Yeah, what was more impressive there, Chad? The swing and the stand-up double, or whatever took place after he achieved second base? Great swing there from Summer. Puts it beyond the right fielder. Excellent way to start the inning. And not only was there no play at second, there was no fielder at second, but he figured they got this beautiful turf out here. I'm going to see what it's like and slide in, and then whatever that was. Was that the cha-cha slide? Or
I don't know. I think that might be right.
The Dougie?
I think you're outdating yourself.
I am.
You better stop.
Exactly.
You get called the hustle, I'm going to kick you out of the booth.
Macarena. I don't know. I don't know. Mambo number 5. I'm not sure.
Yes. We'll find out after. So we've got the right-hander Kernan still on the mound. That one is ripped to left on the line by Hale. Rounding third, headed home is Summer. Up with the ball is DeVos, headed to second, and he is out. So count the run, count the RBI. It's 7-1 St. Mary's, but Hale is cut down trying to stretch the single into a double for the first out of the inning. 7-1 OLSM.
Yeah, nice defensive effort there by DeVos to cut down the runner, but these St. Mary's Eaglets have had their hitting shoes on really from the outset. Just haven't stopped attacking. Brennan kept them down for, Kernan kept them down for a short time, but this lineup really is firing on all cylinders and getting contributions from everybody. Summer with a double, Hale with a bullet, Tribal got on with a hit, so nowhere to hide right now against the St. Mary's lineup.
5 multi-hit players for St. Mary's in this game, 13 hits all in all. And the Eaglets have just been hitting. They've put up 28 runs now in 2.5 games, their last 2.5 games. I don't think they scored 28 maybe in the previous 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Offense had been troublesome for them.
But
shutout on Friday against Adams, and then 1 run in game 1 against Heartland in the doubleheader. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
If you're DePonio, I guess if you had to design an arc to the season, this is kind of how you would do it, where you get those struggles in the middle part or the beginning of the season, and then as you're kind of cresting and reaching that state tournament time, all of a sudden the offense comes to life. Everybody's confident. Contributions 1 through 9. So I'm sure that he would have liked it more consistent throughout the year, but he couldn't be happier about the way the offense is humming at the moment.
Yep. Also couldn't be happier on the Seaholm side with the way that Emin Kernan handled that last strikeout of Anthony. So here is Tribal, a hit in this game as well. Seaholm, coached by John Toth in his 8th year on the field, 9th year overall at the school. And he's assisted by John Morad and Jack Wyman. Aaron Frank is the fine athletic director, and Jermaine Gonzalez, the athletic director for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. He's also the football coach. And let's not forget about Mr. Everything, Dave Maxwell, who is like the director of baseball ops, I guess you could say. Coaches, does it all. Throw across the diamond, and a fine play by Grandin Kinney to end the inning. So the Eaglets do get a run and continue to surge offensively. Here comes Seaholm to try to make a splash in the bottom of the 5th. We're back to Maple Field in Birmingham right after this.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus.
Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect.
integrity.
Got a boy!
1, 2, 3, wins.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Nick DePonio is the head coach in his first year, second time around. A strong 6 seasons from 05 to 10 as the bench boss. He had 2 state runner-ups in 07 and in 09, 3 regional titles, 6 district titles. A proud alum of St. Mary's in class of 98. He led that Eaglet team his senior year to a state title against Whitehall. Remember Nate McLeod?
Yeah, Pirate.
Yeah, DePonio beat him. He was named to the All-State Dream Team as a senior in high school and went on to have a fine career, leads Oakland University still in several offensive categories, and 339 average over 4 years. He owns and operates HVAC and a travel baseball program as well, the West Oakland Wings. Played professionally for 4 years in Italy in the Pro League and also participated in the 2002 European Cup in Barcelona, Spain. The Eaglets have a real one and a good one in Nick DePonio. His second time around at his alma mater, doing great things, taking over for Matt Petrie, who also did a fabulous job in Orchard Lake, leading them to 2 national titles.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the class of this group is going to be Brother Rice heading into that state tournament, but I think that the way St. Mary's, the pitching talent that they have, and now the way that the offense is kind of coalescing as we approach tournament time, the St. Mary's team, I wouldn't be surprised if they made some noise.
Lewis grounds to third, off-balance athletic play by the future Golden Domer Parker Brustevich on Anthony Pacey's second pitch. How about this play by number 9?
Yeah, he makes difficult plays look super simple. I mean, that's a high chopper. It's down the line. You're going to have to throw across your body. You don't have a ton of time. And he just makes it look like nothing. He takes his time, doesn't get panicked, gets him by a half step.
Grandin Kinney smokes one to center on the first offering from Pacey. And the 365 hitter just continues to crank out hits for the Maples.
Yeah, like you said, Chad, I think maybe he took a little offense last season not being an all-state mention, and he wanted that this year, and I think he's proven that he is that guy, and what a talent to be going to college to play both football and baseball.
He can pitch as well. Had a no-hitter earlier this year against Traverse City Central. I mean, there's not much that the Kinney twins can't do. They celebrated their brother Gray's graduation from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio over the weekend. Gray's been a big part of their career. Their older brother who coached them in football this past year under Jim DeWalt. Great family, the Kinneys, and congratulations to both of them. Headed to bright west side of the state of Michigan things. Fastball is just above the belt. This is Nick Schenefeld, a potent hitter in his own right. A sweet swing, had a 2-run home run against Novi. That was the game winner against the Division I state champs from a year ago. Ground ball base hit hard, low liner, skids into center. Took a page of the playbook from Kinney, and it's back-to-back bullets against a future SEC arm and the Alabama-bound Anthony Pacey, who's fresh off the DL, just his second stint, but some clean swings against a guy that can hum it up in the mid-90s.
Good fight here from the Maples. I mean, down 6 with just a handful of outs to go and really showing no quit and putting a little bit of a rally together, 2 on with just 1 out.
Here's Colton Kinney. Colton with some pop, I'm sure has some thoughts right now. And it's not just about that full moon.
It's about putting one out towards the moon. He's got the strength to do it. Slide piece by Pacey. It's a really good arsenal for Anthony Pacey. And, I mean, look, had some arm injuries, came back, pitched in the Catholic League semifinal against Catholic Central for an inning, got out of it, and he's looked very sharp in his return. Working against Kinney here, and that one is ripped off the net above the Eaglets dugout.
Yeah, and as much as he's coming in a 6-run game and a pretty comfortable lead, I'm sure that Pacey knows that DePonio's watching these innings carefully heading into state tournament time and trying to figure out who's going to get key outs out of the bullpen. So I'm sure an important performance for him to let the coaching staff see I'm healthy, I'm back, I can get big outs at big times.
The quarterback on the football team, he's headed to Western Michigan for baseball, and it's a great eye there to even the count at 2-2. There's a look at that full moon. Look at that baby. What does that mean? There's some crazy things that are going to happen today. What else could happen? Kinney on second, Schenefeld on first. Colton trying to do big things in a 2-2 count. Check swing. Did it hit his bat?
Bat or body. It was a little of both, but maybe the knob.
Oh, boy, you got to hope it hit the bat.
You got to put on a little bit of an acting job there to maybe sell it and start, shaking your wrist a little bit. But
also a high academic performer is Kinney. Here's another look at.
Yeah, looked like maybe caught it right at the knob.
2-2 count. Ground ball left side. Diving stop by Hudson Brustevich. Throw to third. And his brother Parker couldn't handle it. It was a low throw into the runner. Kinney gets in ahead of it. The bases are loaded. We'll call it a base hit on a bullet struck hard, and Pacey has gotten some good swings against him as he enters here in the fifth.
Yeah, middle of the order, causing some damage here for Seaholm. And great awareness, not only a great effort from the shortstop Hudson Brustevich, but I love the knowledge. There's no play at first. We're not getting a play at second, but there is a force at third, and if he gets a pickup there, they get a big out.
The ice cream truck is here. We ate a lot of ice cream yesterday in Detroit at Comerica Park. Boy, were we spoiled. There was an ice cream cooler. Sorry, Joey.
No. I mean, it's.
I don't mean to brag in front of you, but I mean,
that sounds.
It was so much. It was like unlimited ice cream. I mean, it's a pro press box. Like, you can go grab ice cream or soda that's warm, no ice, anytime you want.
Toasted almonds, strawberry shortcake.
None of that.
No, okay.
It wasn't a bit. No.
Yeah.
But it was
generic, but still, ice cream is ice cream. Yeah.
Ice cream. I mean, a truck like that you could walk into anytime you wanted. I digress. Bases loaded. Bottom of the fifth. This is Aiden Wolfson. Swing and a miss. That's the slider from Pacey. That's his best pitch. And when it's right, it's just unhittable.
It's a battle for your attention here, Chad. It's a key moment. It's bases loaded, but there's an ice cream truck. We're really going to need you to kind of rein it in here. And
I'm trying. That's Grandin Kinney at third. Here's another look at that sharp slide piece. And yeah. Schenefeld at second. It's Colton Kinney at first. The Kinneys have singled. Bases loaded with one out. Swing and a miss at that mid to low 90s fastball. Strike two, or excuse me, out number two.
Sometimes as good as the breaking stuff can be, sometimes you just have to throw the gas and you locate it correctly, and something in the mid 90s at this level, almost impossible to catch up to.
Yes, sir.
Big opportunity here for Louis Sullivan.
Yes, sir. Ground ball right side, ranging to his left is Crichton. The throw to first and out. So, bases loaded. Pacey gets out of it. He's got a knack for doing that. He did that in the Catholic League semifinal a couple Saturdays ago, and he does it again here and gets a tough out. St. Mary's still +6.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Ah, yes, Birmingham Little League's finest. Look at the Kinney boys, Louis Sullivan, Jack Lewis, Kyle Robbins. How great is this? This is before the growth spurt, before the Seaholm days. And look at, in the classroom, on the field, Kyle Robbins would join the crew. A couple years later, Jack Lewis. These are some good buddies. They grew up in the same town, same neighborhood. And here they are playing baseball in their senior year. Cooperstown, they hit up in 2019. Look at, they were smoking, folks. 12-0. Kinney's probably hit 4 home runs each. Robbins probably threw a no-hitter. And Lewis probably stole 20 bases. What a team, what a crew, what a group. Birmingham Little League, notorious to be one of the best. And there you see Kinney, Schenefeld. Some good looks there. We thank Brian Kinney for these photos. Very cool. How neat is that?
Awesome. I mean, almost kind of like a movie story. I mean, a bunch of guys that start playing ball together when they're 5 and 6 years old, and now they're 18 and they're playing big-time high school baseball. Just not something that you see very often at all. So a special story. You really would like to see them make a nice run here in the state tournament, even give even more attention to this narrative.
Yeah, well said. Luke Crichton, the leadoff man. It's been a big day for the Eaglets. 1, 2, 3 hitters. Luke has a couple of hits in this game. And swinging for the downs there. He was trying to put that downtown.
You said it was known for being one of the meanest little leagues. And it must be some tough sledding out here. I think you meant best downtown shopping in Birmingham. I think. Is that what they're known for?
Oh,
and Little League baseball, I
for
guess.
sure.
Yeah, both.
Oh yeah, they're known for a lot of good fun, nightlife, restaurants, dining, and Little League baseball.
Right.
It's good baseball out of here, and many other things. Popped up, second base. Schenefeld handles it, so Crichton is out. And that'll bring up Parker Brustevich, who's 2 for 3 today with 2 runs scored. The senior Parker Brustevich, the batter.
Yeah, when you watch 4 or 5 kids playing at the age of 7 or 8 together, in no way, shape, or form are you really thinking in 11 years these guys are still going to be sharing the field. So really, just remarkable chemistry and tight-knit family-like team here. The Kinney brothers and Robbins and Lewis, and a lot of talent and a lot of brotherhood.
That's right. Popped up right side, that's out of play. That's on the football field. It's a beautiful new athletic facility here.
Look at that glass overlooking the football field. I mean, that
unbelievable.
Looks more like a college football type. You see the bleachers there.
That's the football stadium, and then we're going to get to the new athletic facility at some point this broadcast.
There we go, that glassed-in area overlooking the field.
There it is. Hey, that's where we're going to be broadcasting softball tomorrow, from that porch on that side. Fly ball center field, playable for Lewis. And Parker Brustevich flies out for the second out of the inning. And that'll leave things up to the right-handed hitting Aiden Donovan. Brand new softball field as well to go with this beautiful baseball diamond. There's the facility. I knew Schweitzer would get the memo. Look at that. And the softball field is just beyond it. If you go a little bit left, you can see the softball diamond. Yeah, there's a party porch there. Yeah, that's it. That's the softball diamond. We'll be broadcasting from the porch just right of that tomorrow. Airtime is 3:55. So here comes Hudson Brustevich. Alex Mayer is your mouthy producer-director. Pitches on the outside corner.
It's getting late here.
I mean, I try to feed you guys, try to give you some air-conditioned press box in a high school. Where else are you going to find that? You know, give you drink. give you cloth. I give you cloth. We got G-Brand. You're all fitted nicely. And, you know, I'm getting accused of something over here. I don't know. I don't like it. Okay. Here is Brustevich Hudson. Swing and a miss. Out on strikes. How about Evan Kernan standing up in the 6th?
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
We are The Prep. Follow us on social media. The Prep 3 is our handle, and we're on all the socials, including LinkedIn. We got to get Carsey to add LinkedIn. Why? I mean, LinkedIn, right? I mean, C-Jack is Mr. LinkedIn. How is your boy not putting LinkedIn on that graphic? I love LinkedIn. I think it's the new, I'm starting to sound like Gary Vee. All right. So, The Prep, thanks for following us. Thanks for watching. This is our YouTube channel. Subscribe. Please. It's free. I promise. We're not taking money from you. We want your views, not your money. So, this is DeVos. Check swing, yes. It's a called strike as well. Rob Lackey said so. Closing time for Pacey and the Eaglets, but Seaholm with other thoughts. They had big bats last inning with some noise. Can the bottom of this lineup continue with some pressure-filled innings?
Yeah, been a little bit the story of the game is that Seaholm has been pretty good at generating traffic, getting some run-scoring opportunities, but as far as getting the big hit, it's eluded them.
Strike 3 called. DeVos didn't love it.
These are some dinner reservations, strike 3s, Chad. You know, sometimes these places are closing. Everybody's got to.
Well, the Daxon last call is like 9:30. He's got
somewhere.
Yeah, Rob Lackey's got to get there.
We'll
He's
see
got
what
res.
that looked like.
Oh.
A little bit of a pull in there. Nice frame job.
A really good frame job, and nobody does it better than Elezi Anthony.
But yeah, there's been a couple of innings here where Seaholm has gotten 2-3 base runners on and just haven't been able to get a home run or a double or something with men on base, and it all results in 1 run here in the bottom of the 6th.
Pacey hums one in. That might have been the hottest one of the night. It was not called a strike. This is Hughes, Patrick Hughes.
That's tough sledding when you get called up from the JV and they say, Go take on this guy that's going to be a future member of the Crimson Tide pitching staff. So not easy, but great experience to be drawn. Even if he goes down here, takes a strikeout, something to take with him going forward.
Pacey has a real hot arm. But the count has been worked in the favor of Hughes. There you see Anthony. Fresh off graduation. The Eaglets graduated on Sunday. They're seniors. Congratulations to the St. Mary's class of 2024. And congratulations to Hughes with a fabulous at-bat that ends in a walk with 1 out here in the 6th.
Yeah, good at-bat. And honestly, the way he was taking those pitches, it wasn't as if he looked like he was just up there taking all the way. He kind of knew that those pitches were just a pinch outside the strike zone. He confidently took those pitches and made himself reach. Now they have a little bit of life.
Pacey wears his heart on his sleeve. You'll see the emotions whether things happen right or against him. But he seems to be one of those guys that really plays off those emotions. It works well for him. What are your thoughts on that as a pitcher?
You know, if you can rein it in, you don't want to let it start being detrimental to your performance. But if you can use it as fuel, if you can use it constructively, which I think that he does for the most part, it's okay. It's only when, you know, it starts to affect your composure a little bit that you want to rein it in a little bit.
Yep, that's fair. Jack Kelly, the batter, he's behind 2-0. Hughes edges off of first. Eaglets in double play depth. Strike called that time, beautifully placed on the outside. Black for strike one. Join us tomorrow afternoon for softball. It'll be Royal Oak, the Ravens, on the road right here to take on the Seaholm Maples. And we look forward to calling that game tomorrow. There's a chopper to third, Parker Brustevich across the diamond. And Summer records the out. That's the second out of the inning.
And there's 2 away.
And that'll leave things up. Well, we're going to get a pinch hitter? No, we're not. We're going to get another look.
I just like the intelligence and the overall defensive awareness that Parker Brustevich plays with. You know, there's a man on first. Okay, there's a ball hit to you. Maybe we'll go to second. But it's a high chopper. Why not just get the out at first? We're up 6. So he's just often making the right play there at third.
4-point student. He is heady as well, much like the guy that's at the plate right now, Jack Lewis. He's got a guy in a run-scoring position. That's Hughes at second base with 2 outs. The Maples running out of time and outs. Down by 6 in the 6th. Slide piece over for a strike, and that is what he does. That is the darkest of darts we've seen tonight from that slider.
Yeah, when he's got that wicked slider to go with the mid-90s, I mean, they're going to find some spots for him, I imagine, come state tournament time to get key outs at big moments.
Still working on extending him after the injury, but, yeah, they hope to get him in there. I mean, he's been a starter most of his career, but you're right, a guy that's just coming back and off. It's a nice idea to work his pitch count up and work him in as a reliever maybe.
Yeah, and depending on how far they go, maybe there is a start for him down the road, but definitely will be utilized.
Lewis the batter, 269 hitter.
Very few guys nowadays go sans batting gloves. Almost everybody not only wears one, most guys wear 2.
Soft.
He's out there with nothing.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
just a little bit of dirt, and that's it.
I respect that. I golf with no gloves. Does that count?
That's not quite as gritty, but I'll give you a little credit for that.
Thank you. Strike called in the outside corner.
He said no gloves, as if, I mean, generally you just wear 1 in golf, but
well,
I think some have.
Okay, no glove.
No glove. But Tommy Gainey, I think, was 2-glove Gainey.
Yeah, the old Michael Jackson.
How come you don't wear?
Glove.
Why don't you wear one? Just
I don't like gloves. I like to feel
the club.
I didn't wear batting gloves really either.
Okay.
You know.
How does that help your golf game, or does it?
I'm awful.
Okay.
I love to play.
You might need a glove then.
I've golfed with Jim DeWalt, Seaholm head coach. He's a good golfer. There goes the bat up against the net, and that's why you might want to wear gloves sometime. Innings over. There's the strikeout. Nick DePonio gives him back his bat. Side retired. We go to the final frame called the 7th inning in Birmingham. Pacey with another K, his 3rd of the night.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
Got a boy.
1, 2, 3. Wings.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
We want to thank our sponsor, Shields Pizza. Find them in Troy on West Maple. I said Big Beaver earlier. I don't know what I'm thinking. That's on West Maple, just west of Crooks. And also find them in Southfield on Telegraph and in Detroit on Woodward. Shields has been a part of the Metro Detroit landscape since 1937. Award-winning pizzas and much, much more. There's a line shot to center, and was that caught? It is. How about the sliding catch in center by Jack Lewis to absolutely rob Aiden Donovan, who wants a replay of that one, and so do we.
Yeah, I think Aiden Donovan was almost saying, was that ball really caught? I mean, not something that you ever expected off the bat, but great composure, great read, and nice concentration from Lewis.
So one out, albeit a loud one. The Eaglets have had a lot of hard-hit balls in this game. On in relief is Emin Kernan, who's kind of righted the ship since he's been in, Joey. It's been an impressive relief outing for Emin.
Yeah, a couple of single runs here and there, but for the most part, he's held the Eaglets down, and there's been some innings with some traffic. But no, a nice relief performance from Kernan, who probably didn't think he was going to be working 5 innings tonight. But for the most part, he's kept things where they need to be, just hasn't quite gotten the offensive contributions from the Maples offense.
How about that good-looking pooch? Was that a lab? Strike called. Strike 3, or that's 2 strikes. Yeah. They fooled everybody. Louis Sullivan tried to sell the umpire.
Sullivan said, if I throw it to third, can we just get a gifted third?
The batter is Boisenau, and he pops it up foul behind us. Kernan has gone 4 1/3. He's given up 6 hits, but he strung them out, giving up just the 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, and here's the key, just 1 walk.
Yeah, made him
or no walks. I'm sorry, no walks. The 1-2 in the dirt.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to be electric, and you don't have to have, mid-90s. You just need to kind of mix it up and be near the strike zone. No free passes. Make the other team get 2-3 hits to score a run, and that's what Kernan's done.
Boisenau has a double and an RBI in this game. This one's popped up left side. Giving chase is Aiden Wolfson, but that's on Lincoln. There is activity in the Eaglets bullpen. It's number 14. That's Bradley Hale. So, 2-2 count with 1 out. Bases clear. Right side nearly got through that first base line, going the other way. Boisenau looking for his second double. Postseason just around the corner, Joey, and look, both these teams looking to be favorites in their district. Favorable district draws for both these clubs would set up for a regional. Ground ball to short. Grandin Kinney handles it cleanly, flawlessly per usual. And the throw across to his twin brother is in time to get Boisenau. There's 2 outs.
Yeah, a lot of brotherly connections. We've seen the Brusteviches make plays tonight. Now Kinney to Kinney on the Maple side. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see both of these teams as we head into the state tournament. I think both capable of making noise if things kind of fall right for them.
No doubt. So Ryan Summer, the batter. Summer has a hit in this game.
Thankfully, at least this is a sport where there's a clear delineation between who's on offense and who's on defense. If this was football with these uniforms, it'd be pretty tricky.
Yeah, they would. Hard hit ball to right. Jack Kelly has a beat on it. Didn't have to move far. And that's it for the Eaglets. Here comes the Birmingham Seaholm Maples. And their final attempt here in the 7th to rally. We're back here on the Prep and Long Ball Live in just a moment. Thanks so much for watching.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
It's the senior Bradley Hale on in relief for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You saw Bradley, who started the game in center field, has not pitched this year. He is a guy that can pitch, but he's been injured. He's been doing most of his damage from the offensive side, but this is a unique arm slot and a guy that can really help this team, and another pitcher that's gotten healthy along with Donovan, Pacey, and Bradley Hale.
Yeah, things seem to just be trending kind of in the right direction, both offensively and now from a health standpoint on the pitching side. So St. Mary's kind of adding a couple weapons internally as we approach playoff time. A nice weapon here with a delivery that you're obviously just kind of not used to, and once you've dealt with the starting pitcher and you have a guy delivering from a different release point, and it can be tough to pick up late in the game.
You bet. This is Grandin Kinney, strike called, 2-1 the count. Grandin 1 for 3 in this game. .362 average, sharply grounded to short, and the throw across is in time for out number 1. Hudson Brustevich to Ryan Summer. 1 up, 1 down, 2 outs left in the Maples' 7th.
Boy, the infield defense from St. Mary's is such a strength when you talk about both Brusteviches. You mix in Crichton when he's playing second base. Really just anything on the ground, you can be pretty confident it's going to be cleaned up, thrown cleanly to first. Just very good defensive effort from both Brusteviches tonight.
The Maples have hits in this game from their 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Colton Kinney, the only Seaholm Maple with multiple hits. He has 2 and an RBI. And Jack Kelly has a hit. But the Eaglets have contained this Maple offense in this game and really got confidence early with the 2 runs in the first, and then it brewed to 3 in the second. Just 1 run after that, but it's been enough with his pitching and defense.
Yeah, and it's tough. It's like that in any sport where momentum is contagious, and you know, you're hitting, you're scoring runs. All of a sudden you feel better defensively. You can attack more on the pitching mound. And, you know, Maples had a couple of chances there in different innings, loaded the bases, and just couldn't quite get the big knock at the big time.
Nick Schenefeld cuts and misses at the Bradley Hale fastball. Schenefeld, big, physical, left-handed hitter. And a guy that's going to go to Princeton and do big things no matter what. Inside corner just missed.
Pretty interesting watching Hale after the delivery. He kind of stalks towards home plate to receive the ball from the catcher. He's almost halfway home afterward.
Ground ball to second. Up with it, Crichton, throw to first.
Over to Summer, and
The Maples are down to their final out tonight.
That's going to leave it up to Colton Kinney.
Yeah, I mean, Crichton, what a valuable player, a guy that can play short. He can obviously play a great second base. Anytime you put a good shortstop over at second, just a nice luxury. And, you know, if neither Brustevich or Crichton is pitching and they have all three on the infield, it's one of the better defenses that you're going to see in the state.
Defense and pitching has been the Eaglet strength, similar to this Seaholm team. As Kinney comes to the dish, this is Colton Kinney, 2 hits on the day, the only Maple with a couple hits. And this is a very productive Maple. They will miss greatly. 357 hitter, 26 RBIs, and now 27 after the RBI tonight.
Yeah, Colton Kinney saying there, I know it's late, I know it's 7-1, I know it's the last hitter, but that ball wasn't a strike. He wasn't thrilled with that.
No, sir. Ground ball to third. Parker Brustevich up with it. The throw to first. And the ball game is over. Orchard Lake St. Mary's wins for the 20th time this year. And the Eaglets knock off the Maples in a non-conference tilt on this Tuesday night. We'll have the G of the game. We'll have highlight stats and much, much more. Thanks for watching here on the Prep from Seaholm. Eaglets win it tonight, 7-1. Back with more after this.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
West Oakland Wings Baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
That a boy!
1, 2, 3, wins.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Welcome back to Maple Field. We're here with our G of the game. It's the Notre Dame commit, Parker Brustevich. A couple of hits, couple of runs scored. Swinging some hot bats are your Eaglets right now.
What's got into this offense?
It's just been big team effort. I mean, guys 1 to 9, all hitting well, and we've really turned it on these last couple games, kind of getting ready for next week, the postseason. So really turn it on. It's been a full team effort, 1 to 9, and that's what's really helped us, getting guys on from the bottom, flip it up to me, Luke, Hudson, and Donovan, and then it's just made our offense that much better.
Has there been any kind of adjustments for anything or any moment in any game or time where you guys got together and said, hey, look, things are changing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's more our mindset. We're just kind of thinking more of team at-bats and at-bats for the team, and less strikeouts, more just put the ball in the barrel and hope something good happens. So I think it's really helped us. A lot less strikeouts, still a couple, but a lot less strikeouts, hitting good with runners in scoring position, runners on base. So overall it's been a lot better. We've kind of turned it around. Defense
is part of your game as well. We saw some fabulous plays, including one tonight that was at a key time in the ball game, might have saved a run.
Yeah, I mean, proud of myself on defense as much as offense, and all of us do. All our infield, all our outfield, we work hard in practice. Coaches drill it in us everywhere from pitcher, catcher, every spot on the field. We all play hard in our defense, and we respect it and make sure it's a good part of our game in practice and in the games.
Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on graduating a couple of days ago, headed to Notre Dame. Our G of the game, Parker Brustevich. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Mr. Bush. Appreciate it.
You bet it. Mr. Bush. I love it. Thanks so much. G of the game, Parker Brustevich. Joey and I will wrap it up from Maple Field right after this. Eaglets win it 7-1.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
So, both these teams finished the night with 20 wins. Great seasons for both. It was St. Mary's tonight. These two teams prized to make big-time runs in their respective districts and beyond. Two proud baseball programs going at it. Playing quality baseball tonight, Joey.
Yeah, kind of a workmanlike effort. No 3-run homer. It wasn't, starting pitching. Everybody just kind of contributed. Everyone did their part, and a really nice effort defensively. Sometimes that gets overlooked, but the Brusteviches and Crichton, and just an overall very clean effort by St. Mary's.
2 hits apiece for the top 4 hitters in the Eaglet lineup. 2 RBIs from Hudson Brustevich, 2 RBIs from Aiden Donovan. And the Eaglets in this game would pound out 13 hits, and they would get after it early in this one. Joey, and the offense, though, the storyline in it continues to be.
And not to be lost in this effort, obviously, the G of the game is Brustevich and Aiden Donovan, what he does with a couple RBIs, but let's keep in mind Summer with a double, and Hale gets on a couple times, and Tribal gets a base hit to right. So if we're talking about getting big-time efforts and production from 6 through 9 in the Eaglet lineup, suddenly this becomes a very dangerous team come state tournament time.
Yeah, Hale with a couple of hits as well, and then his pitching debut was a success to go with it. Seaholm Maples, not a ton of offense to talk about. Colton Kinney with a couple hits. Look, this offense capable of much, much more. They went up against a guy today that tricked them a bit, affected.
Back on, just a little bit of a malfunction there. But not for lack of base runners. I mean, you're talking about in a 7-inning game, the Maples did have, I think, 9 guys reach base via the walk or hit. So it wasn't for lack of opportunity, 4 walks, 5 hits. So they had their chances, but when you get those opportunities with the bases loaded or a couple on, you have to cash in. They weren't able to. So 9 men reach, only one gets home.
So from here, both these teams will tune up, get ready for their districts. Seaholm, look, we're going to have coverage of them on Saturday. It's Walled Lake Central against Birmingham Seaholm. We look forward to having that coverage here on the Prep at 10:30 for Senior Day. Got some cool Senior Day graphics set for that. A good day to be had by all. 10:30, an eye lid lifter on Saturday. So we look forward to that. Special thanks to this crew for gutting it out. It was a long day. Most of us started in Detroit early on and carried on through the PSL Championship on here to Birmingham, from the city to the suburbs. The Prep representing today. Thanks so much for watching here on the Prep. Hardworking crew. Alex Mayer is your executive producer and director. Dylan O'Connor on replay. Noah Drury on graphics. And we've got Christian Jackson on audio. Devin Schweitzer on a camera. We've got some other operators out there too. Chris Armani Rose, who did the double dip today. And nifty Nate Moynihan. He's in the camera operator Hall of Fame already. For my partner Joey Yashinsky, my name's Chad Bush. Special thanks to Pat the Stat on statistics. We will talk to you tomorrow from right here on the campus of Birmingham Seaholm. Your final score in this one: Orchard Lake St. Mary's wins it 7-1. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Good night, everybody.